Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and this one is for Grafix Arts. You can find more inspiration on their website, lots of tips and tricks from other artists using lots and lots of graphics products. These are the products I've used in this project. We've got the Grafix black and white craft plastic, the wet media Duralar, some Grafix vellum and the Grafix computer film. So here's a little sneaky peek at the project. I'm going to be playing in the little journal that I made. I've printed out some butterflies onto some Grafix computer film. There's just a little look at the other products that I'm using too. So I've got a jar. It's an Art by Marlene stamp, and I've stamped it onto some of the wet media Duralar using black archival ink. Now it does take a while to dry, but it will dry, and it dries permanent. This is a gel print that I've got made a little collection, and they're great for little projects like this. So here I'm just snipping away the excess that I don't want, because I want this colour in the back of my jar. So you can see, and just kind of holding that transparency in place and just trimming away the bits that I don't need here. Then that is going to be stuck down onto my page. So the page is itself a piece of white craft plastic. There you go, you can see just a bit of glue stick that in place. And then here I'm going to pop this into my sewing machine and sew around the edge of the jar, not across the top, because I want to give the effect of having a jar that I can pop things into. This all feeds through the sewing machine really easily, as you can see. No problems doing that at all. It worked really well. So then I'm going to the sheet of computer graphics film. This has an adhesive backing on it, and I've printed out these lovely butterflies. They're from an Etsy shop called M&N Designs. She also has a book on Amazon. She's called Paper Whimsy Designs. Fabulous, bright, colourful, bold images that are great for little projects like this. So I want to create a bit of a layer over the top of my butterflies. So I've grabbed a piece of the vellum, and I'm just using some paint pens. These are Life of Colour paint pens, but any will work. And I'm just adding colour, copying the colours that are already there underneath, layering over the top. And I'm going to create like a light, sorry about my hair there, a light, airy kind of layer on the butterfly. And you'll see how I'm going to do that in a minute. Look how beautiful that looks with the black outlines as well. It's really easy to do. There are so many ways that you can kind of cut corners in mixed media art and make it look like you are absolutely brilliant artist. But yeah, this is a lovely way to kind of have a play with those colours and create some interesting layers on your work. So I'm doing the same for each butterfly, and then once I've added the colours, I then go in with a black acrylic pen and just add some outlines and some more marks on there, and then it gets cut out really carefully. Yes, a bit of fussy cutting, and as you know, not really my thing. This black pen is a Jane Davenport licensed to quill. It's got a nice little brush tip on it. It's a beautiful pen to use, one of my favourites. Here I go again, feeding these through the sewing machine. So I've just layered the piece of vellum over the top of the the computer film, sorry, and I'm just adding a stitch right through the centre, through the body of the butterfly. Then I've created these really pretty little layered butterflies. Next, I am just thinking about pulling the butterflies across onto the left-hand side of my journal. This is a little handmade journal made using lots and lots of graphics products. In fact, I think when I finish this journal, I will just make another one using graphics things again, because I've really enjoyed working this size using the graphics things. So I'm just cutting out some more of those butterflies that are printed on the computer graphics film. Obviously you can see it's got that adhesive back, and I can just pop those wherever I want them to be. Yeah, you can see it was a really hot day when I made this video. My hair's blowing around in the very many fans that I had on in my studio. So here, so easy to use. I decided I wanted to add some white to this background before putting the butterflies on, because they kind of disappear. Obviously the film has a bit of transparency to it, so you can see through it a little bit, and I didn't want to dull those colours, so by adding a white background I've then created a bit more of an opacity for those stickers to lay onto. So I'm just lifting a bit of paint off through a stencil. So fun techniques, a great way to just create a little bit of interest in a simple way when you are making a background like this. Particularly you go in while the paint is wet, it's a really great way to add those marks. Then I'm just going to stick those butterflies onto the page, as you can see. Really pretty, and that just kind of helps these pages flow together. Then I'm just going to go in, outline the butterflies so that they stand out a little bit. Just pull those forwards from the background. Again, I'm using that License to Quill pen from Jane Davenport. This is permanent when it's dry, so it won't smudge. And that's one of the reasons that I really like it, as well as the fact that it's got that brush tip, which is fun to use. So here I'm just thinking about the lid on my jar. I decided that I didn't really like it as it was. What I didn't realise was that I'd actually stamped the jar the other way round. So I like put the transparency on the opposite way to the way that it stamps when you stamp it. So I ended up, although I drew this out on one side, when I tried to match it up, I realised that it didn't match, and had to then draw this pattern again on the other side, on the reverse, so that I could add it, there we go, onto my jar. The reason for this is I kind of didn't want to be able to see through the lid. I wanted it to feel like a proper jar. And so by doing this, by adding this piece of card at the top with that pattern on, it just takes away the fact that you can see through the lid. It's a really simple way to add those details. So I'm going in again with that License to Quill pen, and then I will just add some shadows to it using some Tombow markers in different shades of grey. Super easy to do. There is a way that you can reverse stamp as well by using a gel plate, but I just thought, seeing as I'd already got the shape cut out, I would just flip it over and draw the pieces on myself that I needed. So you can see I'm just building up those shadows, building up the depth, and then that is going to be added onto my jar. The little butterflies pop inside, and then decided I'd put one on the outside. I'm using a quote from an Art by Marlene sticker book. I love Marlene stickers with these quotes on. They are so versatile and so good for this kind of project. I'm popping that in place. Again, that's a sticker, so I don't need any glue for that. It's nice and easy to use. And here we go, the finished project. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video for Grafix Arts. Lots of fun creating with their products. Don't forget, you can head to their website for more inspiration. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.